I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life in the cast up. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us. 7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what classic. I said, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like me.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Von Bell up to make the tackle. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Let's go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hey, let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the running game. It's Freeman looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Ryan. He's got Sanu. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Hey, two.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And to give him 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a good run. This is only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Easy, kill. 11.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ready. Yellow lady. Two.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Ryan on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. field comes New Orleans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And this is Central Florida's Traquan Smith, his first NFL catch. Touchdown, New Orleans! Traquan Smith, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. What's good on the extra point? With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now the pitch to Freeman. And some room to roam now. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Hey, you ready? Here we go. Hey, two.
Breeze now on first down. Looking long for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first down.
Julio Jones all alone. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, look at that. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago, then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara. And last but not least, the defense is playing so much better in New Orleans, they don't have to throw the ball as much on offense. He can run the ball even more.
Here we go.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready? You waiting?
Shotgun now for Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Takk McKinley. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Ryan. It's complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A minute 57 to go in this 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Again, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Ryan will throw again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. A special moment for Calvin Ridley, the first touchdown catch of his NFL career, as they have taken the lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
36.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, you ready? 0-2.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Ryan connects with Sanu right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Ryan. And that's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. They toss to Freeman. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, they'll run with Ingram. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Derek Shelby coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded at the 27. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
On 1st down, Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? We're waiting. Here we go.
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey. You got 4 down. 4 down. Here we go. Hey, kill. Hey, two. Ready? Yellow lady. Easy.
Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Sammy.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Ready? Easy.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
We got three, fellas. Ready. We're waiting.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Here's Breeze. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze hands to Ingram, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Hey, let's go.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Ryan. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis.
Hey,
when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Good set.
To throw is Breeze. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing now is Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. The Broncos have taken the lead in the final stages. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Back to throw. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready. 11.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Ready. Sammy. Over. Ready.
Back to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Ready? You ready? Left. Ready for check.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Atlanta, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.